interceptions. 1st and 10 for the Golden Hurricane from its own 20. Kenny, who will run a lot to the
because he doesn't like to play. He's serious, and they're going to have a handful tonight.
On the ground, Jamad Williams with a carry, gets outside from its own 33-yard line. Kenny throwing near side, and it's
Morris's new offense.
New offensive coordinator for the Golden Hurricane. Here's Damaris Johnson to the
huge, and Southern Miss knows all about that.
Not a first down on that last play. They spotted just short. It's 2nd and inches. Kenny, got the first down. Golden Hurricane cruising again. Led the nation in offense in 07 and 08. 7th in FBS in offense this year. Down the field. Going to be a touchdown. Kenny receiving and returning all 3 phases and has to deal with stopping him throughout the night. 1st and 10 for the Golden Hurricane from their own 34. Kenny racked up 190 yards on the ground and a touchdown against Houston. And this time he'll look to throw. Scrambles out of the pressure.
More than the offensive line could block.
Corey Williams had him in his sights behind the line of scrimmage. Couldn't wrap him up. It'll be 3rd and 9 here for Tulsa. Kenny.
Plenty of body as well. I mean, this guy really is a multi-purpose athlete. He can play tight end. He can play wide receiver, running back.
A wildcat look. Those same wrinkles from its own offense in practice. They've run flea flickers, jump passes, double passes.
Running quarterback is going to look to run first, and that's what G.J. Kenny has, the propensity to run first and not go through his read.
You're there. In the East, UCF, if it can win at a 1-win Memphis squad tomorrow, it wins and gets into the Conference USA.
Kenny's already taken a liking to him, eating up the soft cushion that Southern Miss is given on the outside boundary.
Wildcat for another of the 3 Johnsons on offense for Tulsa, and that would be Damaris Johnson.
Can do that and allows the defense to swipe at his arm. Big time recovery for Tulsa. It gives them another opportunity.
28 forced turnover of the year for Tulsa. They're plus 14
at his disposal, and that time Trey Johnson gets up at the peak of the ball and grabs it and snatches it right out of the air.
Classaward.com. Akbar, you and I have seen some of those guys in years past, including Ricky Dobb. Akbar, you played against a lot of different offenses in your time, but both of these teams, the formation and the personnel, how confused?
Remember a couple years back when Tulsa had the big-time running back, 1,500 yards, Terrian Adams? Well, they've moved out of the type of running with just pounding into the ground and using screens. And ball, give G.J. Kenny, and he'll find a way to get into the end zone with his legs. He's a good runner and a strong arm.
To throw it away.
Yeah, people don't understand the relationship with the defensive line and the cornerbacks. Cornerbacks, when they have good coverage skills, they
here this year because of injuries, but is back in the running game and playing big.
Well, check out Stetson Burnett, the freshman offensive lineman, getting up fast right there. Boy, Ricky Johnson really stretching the defense of Southern Miss, and that's because coming into this game, Ricky Johnson had
the dangerous and dynamic number 3 does it again for Tulsa. Rashad Bird brought him down. Fly sweep. Quarterback can leg it out himself. Bevy of running backs, the misdirection, and all of a sudden steps back and try to hit the deep ball down the side. Molly, thank you very much. Tulsa here, 28-10. And this is Damaris Johnson out of the Wildcat, picks forward for a couple of yards. Chico Hunter there on the stop. Akbar, how about that Auburn comeback against Alabama? And get the ball in the hands of your stars in space. And the first down there for the CBS College Sports Network in Greenville. That means SMU, no matter what Tulsa does tonight, will be the West Division representative in the conference. Law drags him down. You know, Cordero Law last week wearing the number 91 of Dedrick Jones, and one of the injured.
Yeah, good defensive backs really have good hips, and Deron Wilson has good hips, and he also has
one. And Tulsa on offense again with Damaris Johnson. Watts turning the edge and picking.
Patient on that one. The last time that they were in the Wildcat, Damaris Johnson ran right towards Chico Hunter, and he bit on the actual down play.
Down.
You know, Jason, I tell you, Todd Graham has to really be happy with the production of Chad Morris. He's a new offensive coordinator.
Touchdown-wise to that drive. Ricky Johnson on the return out to the 36-yard line. Yeah, that missed field goal has room to roam into Southern Miss territory. Ball loose there, but officials will rule him down. Throw it out of bounds. And Tulsa will regroup here with 54 seconds left to go before vacation there. That pass not close to its intended target. Jamie Collins was the man trying to deal with State.
Interception on the year. He's now tied with his buddy Marco Nelson. Both those guys now should be tied for third in the country in interception. This is an intercepting.
A couple of weeks ago against Houston, the defense was spot on in the INT department.
Great form. Yep, that ball is out, and you have to have indisputable evidence there. I'm making a double circle. Their job with ball security, holding that ball closer there. And coaches hate space between the ball and the body. It's the absolute thing that they teach you that all training.
Some nice holes to run through tonight, and time to throw. They set up the screen here to Willie Carter. That's a trying to work their way towards the red zone. Turnovers looming large. Each squad with 3, and now 14 Southern Miss points coming off the giveaways. Speed merchants get into space. You need to be sure tackling, and the Golden Hurricane weren't that time. Kinney will blow it dead.
Good term in football. Hold your water. That means don't spill it. Don't give too much. And boy, did he jump off sides.
Just the
5 yards.
Just the second by Tulsa.
Yeah, that's Boyd's first full sack. That's 1.5 sacks for him on the year.
Kinney and the brain trust of Tulsa, got to talk about it. Trailing for the first time.
UCF known for the offense, will also have a very tough defense. Defensive back Josh Robinson, number 20, is a dynamic. The uprights, and I know Coach Fedora has got to be scratching his head, because these types of things can come back at the end of a game and get you.
John Henderson bringing him down.
Yeah, in on that play too, as well as not only Henderson but Anthony Gray. Anthony Gray really does it on first downs, especially when they start moving towards the other side, on the other side of the territory. When they get to their end zone, excuse me, in their territory, getting up there. See Genesis Cole really getting up there and running off the backside of his blocker, getting back on track from his freshman season. But anybody that puts up 1,000 yards receiving can play game.
Part of the problem is there's so many weapons now. They spread the wealth. Double pass, but Akbar here down 2 in the 4th. They opt to go for just the extra point at this juncture. You agree?
No, definitely don't. The course of the game went.
Certainly the head coach's call. And you saw the little pooch kick there from Ratman not wanting to give Damaris Johnson the opportunity.
And we talked about their recruiting process, bringing in athletes. They have access to Texas and Georgia, some of the hotbeds that brings the opportunity to make a tackle out on the boundary there, but kept his head down. Whenever you tackle, you got to keep your eyes up and see what the linebacker at the top here. You can see him right there, Collins, number 22, showing blitz and steps over right before he's trying to time it.
Point game late here in Tulsa. Closing in on 1,100 yards.
He didn't have a lot of running room because the box was stacked, so they went with the swing route to Desmond Johnson, and he gets out in the flat. The defense was so consumed with the bunch form.
To the 34, and pushed out by Corey Williams.
Chico Hunter could have stopped that play right there, but went inside of the blocker and should have stayed on the outside.
40. See where they spot him in the neighborhood of another first down. Corey Williams there for another stop, and it looks like he'll be just short. It'll be 3rd and there, but they will take the offense moving the chains again.
Well, we talked about G.J. Kinney, and his quarterback profile says that he likes to pound the
down for a sack.
Check out Corey Williams just coming off the edge, and he a one-on-one matchup. Everyone at home, look at how you make a one-handed catch, even despite the pass interference.
Penalty half the distance, automatic first down.
Kicks, they'll try it out here.